What's going on, everybody? This is your girl Diamond Too Real coming to you live once again. We are back and we have more things to talk about because your girl been doing some research because I really want to dive deep into who's so-called running the USA because it's a lot of things that we don't know. We see these people every day. We know they're making decisions that affect our life, but we don't know what they're doing in their life. We don't know who they are. We just see their face and we hear a title. So today, we're going to go back and we're going to examine who's in the White House, who's around Trump, who's advising Trump, okay? Who's in Trump's ear, who Trump is over, who he's giving direction to, who he's getting information to blackmail. And we're also going to go over the scandals because most of these people that I'm about to read out to you, okay, they have scandals involved. So I want to go back to the beginning because in order to understand what's really going on today, you have to know who the players is. If you don't know who the players is, you're going to be lost. It's like watching a movie that has different series and you start watching on series 3. How you going to know what's going on if you didn't watch series 1? So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to get into the cabinet and the senior staff that's around Trump and that's helping Trump make these decisions, okay? And we're going to talk about the scandals that they're involved in. Now, we're going to start off with Trump. We all know Trump is the president. This is his second term. He's trying to go for 3. He's trying to go for as many as he can. Don't get it twisted. President Trump, Donald Trump, is trying to go for more than 2 terms. And I'm convinced he's going to get it done because he knows the loopholes. See, Trump is an expert at the loopholes. And see, rich people, they're experts at the loopholes, especially when it comes to taxes. That's how they get rich, okay? So we got Donald Trump that's married to Melania Trump. Now, we know all the scandals that Donald Trump is involved in, and the most recent one, the Epstein file. Now, we know the scandal that Melania, his wife, was involved in. She was, to me, it looked like a high-priced prostitute. She is the only first lady that we can go Google a naked picture of her. And she may be on a site like Pornhub. So we already got scandal at the very top, all right? Then we have the vice president right up under Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, who's married to Usha Vance. Now, we know the scandals that J.D. Vance goes on, involved in. I believe he got caught like in a dress or something, like being a drag queen and saying a few things that he doesn't need to say. So he has scandal. And the scandal that him and his wife, Usha, what was going on, everybody was looking at Usha and Vance like something's not right. He's saying he wants her to convert to his religion eventually. And they're looking at Erica Kirk and the Vance hugging and things like that. And they were saying that they believe that J.D. Vance is trying to solve, how they say, quiet divorce Usha because of the whole Erica Kirk thing. Now, we had the whole debacle with her putting her hand through his head and everything. And then the very next week after all that started, all the articles of Usha not wearing her wedding ring was all over the place. It just exploded. Right after Erica Kirk put her hands in J.D. Vance's head, the tabloids exploded. And Usha was not wearing her wedding ring. And for me personally, I thought, okay, maybe Usha is just playing it up into the tabloids. Like, this is what y'all want. This is what y'all think happening. I know how to get y'all attention. Because these people know how to get our attention. Believe that. But guess what? It was an article, and this article has not gone viral, and it's crazy. I have seen this article one time, it has came out that Ursula is pregnant. So maybe I'm thinking maybe she didn't wear her wedding ring because her fingers were swollen. While we were all saying Ursula was thinking about getting divorced and all this, she was really pregnant. So JD been over there, bang, 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 banging it up. Trust me, he been doing it. Don't get it twisted. And that's one thing with couples, right? Sidebar. One thing's with couples. People be swearing they going through it. And then a woman come up pregnant. She don't just come up pregnant. She ain't married. Okay? This ain't no immaculate conception. JD had to play a part of it unless Usa into some stuff, and I doubt she's into it. So we already have scandal at the president and the vice president. Now let's talk about the key cabinet officials and department heads. Now we got the Secretary of Agriculture. That is Brooke Rollins. She's over food decisions and things like that. She's involved in the food stamp scandal. Okay? So we at the top, and we already got 5 different scandals. We only 3 people in. And 3 people in, including their spouses, we have 5 scandals right now. Multiple scandals. All right? Who that is? That's my man. That's my man, child. Lord have mercy.
What's up?
I'm trying to do this. See, I tell you I got to do this when my man ain't home. Because he going to come home and he going to be all over me. What's up, Wes? What's up, International Man? I thought you was going to watch the game. What happened?
I'm watching the game. Oh, you my game. I'm about to play you.
See, this is why I be trying to go live when he ain't here.
I'm about to play you.
But people can't see this. I done got thrown off. Man, let me do this, man. See, it's Sunday. We've been drinking. We both had some drinks, child. Lord have mercy.
What they changed it?
Okay, baby.
I might go get my serious.
We about to get back into it in one moment.
Y'all, honey. Carry on. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Carry on.
I heard him coming too. Anyways.
That's why you switch the topic?
No, I ain't switched no topic. Okay, anyways, back to this. So we got the Secretary of Agriculture. I can't even talk. Brooke Rollins. She's involved in the food stamp scandal. All right.
Me too. I'm playing. Hey,
Bye, baby. What? Yeah, you know it's mud. It's been raining all day. You know it's mud there. Listen, they sell these little $2 for $4 beers at the fucking Mexican store, and they call blonde or something. Them things get you going. I ain't gonna lie. All right, so we got let's get into the senior White House leadership. Now we got the White House Chief of Staff. Okay. Susie Wiles. Now, Susie Wiles went viral just a few weeks ago. She is they call her the Ice Baby, aka the Ice Maiden, okay? And Susie Wiles is the one that did that article in some magazine where she like outed everybody. She said Trump was like an alcoholic or something? Something like that. She said Trump was like, because he don't make good decisions and he do things at an impulse or something like that. But she outed everybody. But Trump took up for her. Trump say she know what she talking about. She always been good to me. Let her say what she want to say. Okay? Does the VP wife have a green card? Ain't no telling now. If ICE come around, they might take her. She might be one of the ones that go. Ursula might be one of the ones that go. You never know. So, all right. So we got Susie Wiles. That's the ICE queen. She been involved. So everybody that we have named so far, okay, he said he never drank because his uncle was an alcoholic. Who? Trump?
Hey, that sounds like a porn.
Trump, JD Vance, which one?
Wow.
All right. All right.
Later.
Love you. Bye. So. Okay, hon. All right, now let's get into the White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Legislative Policy. Now I got these things written down crazy, huh? I got doctor's handwriting. Okay, Trump. Okay, Trump said he never drank because his uncle. Now, do I believe that? I kind of believe that because I never seen Trump seem like he was out of it. We always just seen Trump be Trump. Some of them, like it was one of them did an interview the other week and he kept sniffing. He kept doing that. Now, some people can have colds, it's cold, but when you see a person do this, they be like, all this, yeah, they've been doing that booger sugar. They've been letting it rip, okay? And just like I say, Nancy Pelosi, she looks like she's always drunk. Kamala Harris looks like she's always drunk. All right? So I believe that Trump may do no drugs. I think he's just addicted to sex. Sex and power. That's what he's addicted to. And grabbing them by the Uzi. All right? It might be some kids on here, so I can't say it, but grabbing them by the Uzi. Now, okay, we back to the White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Legislative Policy and Public Affairs. His name is James Blair, all right? Now, for all the people that's just coming in the building, what's going on, all right? And we're talking about all the head people in the White House because we see these people every day. We see their faces. We see some of the scandals that they're in, but we don't know the order that they go in and how much power they have. And what we're talking about are these people and the scandals that they have going on, okay? So we done started from the president, we done went through the vice president, we done went through the Secretary of Agriculture, we done went through the White House Chief of Staff, and everybody has got scams. So now we at the White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Legislation, Policy, and Public Affairs, all right? His name is James Blair. His nickname is the Enforcer. And you know who he's enforcing to? He's enforcing to his fellow Republicans. So he's a Republican, and anytime they want the Republicans to vote for something that they want, Trump won't, they send Pitbull James Blair to enforce this. You know that guy that play on a lot of these movies, he's the white guy with like the short hair, like he may be going bald, skinny guy, always. I think he playing a movie like The Enforcer, stuff like that. He's always killing, shooting. This who he is. He's the enforcer, but he's enforcing things against his own people. Just like your family and your friends, it be your own people that be the worst. Remember, Diamond Too Real told you that. I'm about to change my name to Politically Diamond because we get into these politics, honey, because it's some real shady shit. Okay, so we got him. Now we getting into the senior advisors and policy leaders. Now, this person, I couldn't find anything on them. They're kind of clean. Thank God. Hopefully they get in and out, stick and move like Kodak Black say. All right. Denzel, what about Denzel? So the director of the Domestic Policy Council. Now, this is the speech writer. This is the person that write the speeches for Trump, that when they write it, they give it to Trump, Trump ball it up and throw it away. He don't even throw it in the garbage can. He just throw it on the ground. If you looked at him do that address the other day where he was talking on the podium and he had that book up, them printouts, and he just kind of like threw it on the floor. He didn't lay it down. He just threw it on the floor. Okay? He's the person that write the speeches that Trump don't follow. His name is Vince Haley. Just like J.D. Vince Haley. I couldn't find anything on him. So he could be pretty much good. Okay? So, let's go to the Department of Homeland Security. All right? Now, the Secretary of Homeland Security, he is leading a shift towards aggressive immigration enforcement. So this is the guy that's over immigration. Okay, immigration enforcement. The man that's supposed to be stopping the people that's coming over, or the woman, Christy Noem. Is that the lady with the hat? See, I'm just learning these people. I see them, but I'm just learning them, connect them, and that's why I'm talking to you about. We ain't worrying about no haters in the comments. They probably somewhere playing with their balls. Okay? So we ain't worrying about them. This is the people that use their brain. All right? Y'all the ones that's tuned in that need to pay attention to this. So you'll know who's who when they coming up on your screen. Okay? Neon is a criminal. Is that the lady with the hat? See, I gotta get some pictures of these people. All right. Now, Kristi Noem, she's been. They say she has had misconduct and intervened with her daughter's application for a real estate appraiser. So why is she getting in trouble for her daughter? Why is she getting in trouble for trying to stop her daughter's application to be a real estate appraiser? You know, Candace say that they're trying to buy all the property, all the real estate. The Jews are trying, just like Jared Kushner that we talked about earlier, that's married to Ivanka Trump. He's a real estate investor. We've been hearing a lot of these fires have been being started, and like California and stuff, and Hawaii, for these rich people to come in and buy the land and turn them into smart cities where everything can be controlled. Okay? She didn't want her daughter, and it's something about these mamas and daughters. Same thing with the lady that's with Jay-Z. That is a federal informant that her daughter is suing her for harassing her and her husband. They are into things and they don't want their family involved because they don't want them to find out. Okay? So everybody that we just read 7 people, and only one of them has came clean that I couldn't find anything on. And these are the people that's in the White House that's making decisions that affect our lives. Okay? The next person, Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs. All right? She's accused of making untrue statements claiming that lawmakers body slammed ICE agents. So all this stuff that we've seen ICE agents do, and see, I'm going to talk about that real soon because I finally went and watched the video of the young guy that got shot by the ICE agent. And let me make this clear. The ICE agent, without an S. You might not like what I have to say about that. All right? So if you got thin skin, if you got no balls, you might want to tune out right now, because when I give my opinion on that, you might not like it. All right? Let's go to the next one. Now, this person is like under the category of other. She's the chief of staff to the first lady. Now, at first I couldn't find anything about her, but then I found out, okay, her name is Haley Harrison. She's the chief of staff for Melania, okay? But she was involved with a scandal. Remember when they found all those, when Biden was president and they found all those files in Mar-a-Lago, whatever it is, at Trump Place, they released all them pictures and stuff. She was accused of helping him cover that up. Okay? So she has connections with Trump. Now, these are a couple others. We just talked about one of them. And the other one, everybody knows. The political and policy figures often associated with Trump's agenda. These are the people that tell him, yes, that's a good idea. No, that's not a good idea. You should look here. You should go there. You should talk to them. We have advisor of international abroad roles, okay? International abroad overseas. His son-in-law, Jared Kushner, that we just talked about, and we talked about his connection with Netanyahu. and how they grew up so-called with each other back in the day, even though they have a 31-year age difference. And they say Netanyahu used to come sleep in his childhood bed. Why? And with who? Okay? And then we have Marco Rubio. He participates in international boards and strategic advisories. And he's been accused of making questionable policy choices and questionable financial situations. So all the people that I just read 12 people that's directly under the president. Excuse me, I got a cold. It's cold outside. And all of them but one, I could find a scandal that they was involved. And I ain't even going into what happened in the scandals, because it was a lot of stuff. J.D. Vance, listen, one of the scandals J.D. Vance was a part of down in Florida for his 41st birthday. He wanted to have like a kayaking party. So he went to this, I guess it was a national park or something, where the levels of the water could be controlled. So they can make the levels of the water higher, lower, however they want. He went to that park, and they're saying that he used this park, and he told them to lower the water level to make it an awesome day to kayak for his 41st birthday. And they say that was like an abuse of his power. Who thinks to go to a park and tell them to lower the water so me and my homies can drink Budweiser's, Coronas on some nice water? Okay? And let me tell y'all something. In 2026, embrace the people that talk trash, that call you dumb. Okay? Embrace that. Don't block them. I refuse to block them. Talk, because all comments are good comments. Just like they say all publicity is good publicity. Call me dumb, call me stupid, call me whatever you want. But baby, I'ma keep going, honey. That's how we live, and that's how we giving it up in 2026. We no longer sitting back, worry about what a hater say. Now let's get back into this. So, all right, we done talked about all the people that's up under Trump, right? And all the scandals. Now, I've been really into these missiles and these bombs and these weapons of mass destruction, all right, that everybody is claiming to have. Like I keep talking about China. What China just say, they got a hydrogen bomb that can annihilate everything in every corner of the earth. They say no other country has it, not even the United States. All right? Hold on, I'm maturing at the door. Give me one moment. All right, I'm back. So I've been really into who we're selling these bombs to, these helicopters to, and things like that. But before I get into who we're selling them to, I need to explain who's our allies, the people that's willing to fight with us, and who's our enemies, the people that we're fighting. See, this is for the people that has been watching this and know the things that's been going on, but really trying to make connection. This is for the deep divers, okay? So let's talk about the U.S. allies and enemies. Now, these that I'm about to talk about is, you from Scotland? What's up, Scotland? All right? Fight who our enemies? People that we allies with that we cool with, that like, listen, if we go down, we all bumping together. Knock if you buck, what up? If somebody swing, bitch, you better swing behind me, bitch, what up? All right? And then we gonna talk about the ops. That's what we getting at. So the U.S. allies, okay, they agreed to protect each other if attacked. So if any of these places get attacked, they friends, they homies, say they coming to slide. They like little dirt, them they sliding on everybody. Now we got the United Kingdom, okay? We got Canada. We got France, that's the Macron people. That's who Candace is exposing, and the Macrons is telling Trump to tell her to stop. Even though Trump just roasted the Macron husband for wearing those glasses because he's an abused husband by his husband, Brigitte. Okay? We got Germany. Germany kind of keep it quiet. You don't hear too much from Germany. Germany just be over there relaxing, just chilling. They like, I don't want no part of that. We got Italy, Spain, the Netherlands, Belgium, Norway, and Denmark. Okay? Those are our NATO and Western allies. I'm going to go back through it right quick. United Kingdom, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Netherlands, Belgium, Norway, and Denmark. All right? Now, for the Asia and Pacific allies, the U.S. has security agreements or long-standing defense partnerships with the countries that I'm about to name. Japan, South Korea, Australia, and the Philippines. Okay? We have long-standing contracts of defense. If somebody mess with them, we backing them up. All they got to do is call. Somebody messing with me, I need you to slide through. And we like, what up? Where you at? We coming. We D'd up. We calling everybody. Hey, we just got a call. We need to go over here. We got to handle this. All right? I'm going to name them once again. Japan, South Korea, Australia, and the Philippines. Now, we got the key Middle East partners. So they're on the east. Israel. We've been talking about Israel. And see, Israel is really an ally. Israel is an ally, but they really an enemy. They really an op. See how they playing on our top? Israel is supposed to be our ally. They supposed to slide, but they really gonna backdoor your ass. See, this just like the streets. That's why Candace Owens say the world is ghetto. The world is ghetto. Politics is just like the streets. Somebody messing with you, what up? What they say? If two enemies come together, they friends. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. They enemies, but they still friends. Okay? Now, Israel is a major strategic and defense cooperation. They come up, they help us with strategies. We help them with strategies. No, they really rule over here. Netanyahu is really the president of the United States. Okay? I mean, I agree with the Israel part. They have too much money in our Congress members. Yes, they do. We are infiltrated by the Israels. The Israels run this. We are all Jews. Okay? We are all Jews, whether you believe this or not. You are a Jew. I am a Jew. Your sister is a Jew. Your mama is a Jew. Your baby daddy is a Jew. That's what we at in 2026. Now, some other partnerships. And these people kind of be quiet. They don't want no, they just want to cook their plantains. They want to eat their yuccas. They want their avocados. That's all they want. They don't want no parts of what we got going on, okay? Now we support each other politically, economically, and militarily. Who I'm about to tell you. Mexico, They're a neighbor and economic partner. So we get things from Mexico, a lot of stuff. Okay, we send stuff over there. Saudi Arabia, they're a security partner, now a major ally. I got a cousin over in Saudi Arabia. Her husband is in the army, and I hope she brought her ass back over here to the USA. I hope she got, but once you over there, you got to stay your ass over there. See, that's the part of the army. That's the part they tell you, come sign up, you gonna travel, you gonna make money, we gonna pay you. But they don't tell you, when you get here, if it's something break out, you can't leave. You can't say, we about to go to war, bitch, I'm going home. No, you gotta fight. And you gotta fight for your right. Yes, you do. All right, we got Peru. You don't hear nothing about Peru. What Peru do? I just know they on the map. Recently added as a major NATO ally. Now the next one we done heard a lot about. We know what they got going on. Ukraine. Their security cooperation against Russian aggression. So Ukraine, we partners with Ukraine, but if Russia come at them, we gotta help them. That's why when Ukraine and Russia was fighting, we were sending Ukraine all type of military stuff. We had promised other countries military equipment, and we told them, you know what, we're gonna have to get back to you because Ukraine need this. Imagine you in a war and you ready, you waiting on this equipment, and then they say, you know what, we're gonna have to cancel this order. We're going to have to put it for a rainy day because we got to send it somewhere else. And then you look in the newspaper and you see the president of where they just sent those missiles and them planes and them helicopters and all that. You see him on Vogue, one of them magazines, talking about the sexiest president of this century. Fuck. I hope it ain't no kids on here. I'm supposed to stop cursing, but I be getting so mad and pissed off at this. They don't let you get what you need to save people's lives because they want to send it over here, and then he on the cover of a magazine talking about he the sexiest man alive. That's bullshit. All right, India. They are a strategic partner, especially in Asia. You don't hear too much about them. Now, we got the USA adversaries. Let's talk about this. This is the people that want to blow us off the goddamn map. These are the people that don't want you to wake up and go to work the next day. They don't want you to wake up and take care of your kids. They wish you would DIE right now. Okay? The quicker you DIE, the happier they are. These are the people. The first one we already know. China. All right? China don't give a damn. China, Cuba, Iran, North Korea, Russia, and Venezuela. You know, we just heard about Venezuela, how they went over there and got him. All right? We know about Russia. But with Russia, it's like Putin and Trump, it's like cool. But they say Putin got a picture of Bubba, a.k.a. Bill Clinton, giving Trump a little bit of sloppy toppy. Yeah, that's the word on the curb. All right? And we know Iran, Trump said he ready to bomb Iran. He say, if y'all kill anybody over there that's protesting in Iran, we coming to kill you. How the hell you gonna be worried about killing somebody over in Iran that's getting killed when you got folk over here in America that's peacefully protesting and getting killed? You worrying about overseas? You need to worry about him. Okay. Honey, Russia's economy is dying. All of them have blackmail for each other. Yes. They all blackmailing each other. Every last one of them are blackmailing each other. I believe you. I ain't saying that their economy rich. You know who rich? Putin. Putin is rich. Yeah. Another idiot. Why are you talking about yourself like that, Blue Tears? For years. Don't call yourself an idiot. That's why you on this live, so you can understand what's going on, so you can get some knowledge. I don't want you to be a dumb fuck all your goddamn life. Subscribe to this page. Thank you. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Tears. Good job. Thank you. And thank you, Blue Tears, for 4 years just talking the talk. This will motivate me to get on here. Because see, when you tell the truth, They try to come for you. They want to call you crazy. I feel like Candace Owens right now. They want to call me crazy, bitch. You the only one. See, you just made me cuss. I said I wasn't gonna cuss. Let me keep going. So yeah, those are our enemies. The people that we just talked about. Let's recap this. We just talked about everybody that's under Trump and all the scandals. And we ain't even get started with the scandals, okay? We talked about what they got going on and how you can't fully trust what the folk that's making all the policies and all that, okay? What you say? Laugh like to quote a wise man, when people stop talking, bad things tend to happen. Yeah. That's why I'm going to talk. I promised myself 2026, I am no longer being quiet. I got something to say, and the ones that want to hear it, they're going to listen. And it's always going to be a hater in the group. It's always going to be a hater. I hate to tell you this, but we have zero influence on politics, and I believe you. I am 100% with you. It is all scripted. It is all controlled. They know what they going to do before they know. Okay? Zero tears, whether it's Republican or Dems, both want us, the people, to be at each other. Yes. And they want them to be rich. They want to be rich. They want the money. Look doing UVIT, because you ain't supposed to say the word. But look doing the UVIT lockdown. When they was telling us stay home, well, we got pictures of Nancy Pelosi going to get her hair done. And I know she was at the liquor store. All right? I know she was at the liquor store. So we done talked about all the people that's under Trump, the scandals. We done talked about our homies that got our back, that's sliding when we call. And we done talked about the ops. That bitch, that if we see you, it's up. Like whenever we see you, what's up? What you talking about? What you want to do? Okay? So I really want to get into who we're selling weapons to, because what got me interested in that, right, is the whole Venezuelan thing and the tactics and the things that they use to get the Venezuelan president to arrest him, all right? And it made me want to say, okay, who are we selling weapons to? Because in my mind, even though they're our allies, because we know that the U.S. can be tricky and full of and manipulative, and they only care about themselves, okay? I feel like any plane, helicopter, bomb, any surveillance intelligence that we sell to another country is bugged. Because no matter what, just like a friend that backdoor you, no matter what, we want to keep our eye on everybody, just in case they're working with the ops. Because they could be playing in our face. We could be selling them equipment, helicopters, and all type of things like that. And then they could come and use that against us. So why not act like it's an Airbnb and put all type of camcorders and stuff in there? Why not? I don't put it past the USA. Okay? So let's talk about the countries that the U.S. sell military weapons to. Now, after we talk about this, I'm going to give my opinion on the guy that got shot in Minnesota, a couple miles from where the young lady got shot the other day. Okay? So the countries we sell military weapons to. Now, let me give you a few points, a few facts, okay? Now, the U.S. is the largest exporter of weapons to other countries. We make most of the stuff, most of the weapons, and sell it to them. We sell it to them through government-to-government programs, all right? One is the foreign military sales. That's the FMS. The other one is the direct commercial sales. That is the DCS, all right? Now, we use Large arm packages. That is a foreign policy and defense cooperation. So we doing this large arm packages. I have to do more research into what goes along with that. This is just surface information that I'm giving you right now, okay? We export 43% of major weapons globally. That's over half of the weapons. And over 100 countries receive U.S. military equipment. That's a lot of countries, okay? Now let's talk about the major recipients, sorry if I say that right, I'm country, sorry, and I got a speech impediment, of U.S. weapons. Recipients. So, whatever. Now in the Middle East, okay, we got Saudi Arabia. We sell them fighter jets, missiles, and defense systems, okay? We have the United Arab Emirates. That's the UAE. Sorry if I mispronounced that. But we sell them would you say as a or is a? You should have stayed. I ain't even gonna ask. Okay, we sell the United Arab Emirates F-35 jets, helicopters, and air defense things, okay? Then we have our Lord and Savior, Israel. We sell them advanced. And when they say advanced, you best believe it's stuff that they ain't giving nobody else. Advanced fighter aircraft and anti-missile systems, okay? And then this just a group. Qatar, I've been hearing a lot about Qatar. Egypt, Jordan, Kuwait, Bahrain, I never heard of them. Bahrain, I never heard of that place. Oman, never heard of that neither. But they sell those group of countries U.S. aircraft, armored vehicles, helicopters, and missiles through sales or U.S. security assistance programs. Okay? Now, our Europe and NATO allies. Europe is a very significant destination for U.S. arms. We got the United Kingdom. They're one of our largest buyers, okay? They got cash. Then we got Germany, the Netherlands, and Norway. We sell them combat aircraft, helicopters, and missile systems, okay? Laugh out loud. Now I made my money and fucked off. I'm good so much. Angie from you, bro. Tears, every shit talk just went. Okay. And then we got Poland and Finland. We sell them jets, tanks, anti-air systems. And we sell them this especially after the Russian-Ukraine war. All right? I'm guessing that Poland and Finland is around them and they scared they was going to get hit, so they bought some extra stuff. Because they was like, we see what Ukraine is going through dealing with Russia, and we don't want no parts of it. Okay. Ukraine. Ukraine receives the largest quantities of U.S. missiles as part of security aid, not always commercial sales. So Ukraine get they receive the biggest packages of defense things from the USA. And they're not to sell, they for them to use because they need them, okay? Now, in Asia and the Pacific, we have Taiwan. We sell them rocket systems and drones. Now, we sold them a USA-approved $10 billion weapons package. And it got a strong reaction from China. So China didn't like that we gave them a $10 billion weapons package. China say, why the hell? Okay. Then we got Japan. We sell them advanced aircraft, missile defense, and other high-tech systems. Okay. Japan and South Korea. All right. All right, other regions, couple other regions. Latin America and Africa. They buy smaller amounts of military gear. You don't really hear Africa going to war. They just over there chilling. Africa, like, we want to eat our food. We ain't worry about you. Okay, we happy over here. We sell helicopters, patrol boats, and support equipment. Now, why does America sell these weapons abroad? They are part of a foreign and defense policy strengthening allies and helping other partner countries. So it's strengthening the relationship, okay? And it's to enhance defense against regional threats. If they get threat, we need to help them be prepared. And to maintain influence in key regions. That is a major aspect. To maintain influence. That's if we got influence, what we say gonna hold bigger weight, gonna hold heavier weight. We gonna give you this stuff. So that's like you giving somebody $20 and you being like, you know what? I gave you that $20. I ain't give it to you to be a good person. I gave it to you so when I need something, you feel guilty and then you come and do it because I gave it to you. Okay? So we just talked about all the bad people in the house and what they got going on. We talked about our allies, the people that deal with us, and the people that hate us. We talked about the people that we sell weapons to. Now let me give my opinion on this guy that just got killed. What's his name? I know it's something like Purdy. Sorry, I forgot the first name, but I know the last name is Purdy. Let me give my opinion. To sum it up, you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes, okay? When you go to these protests, I don't care if they're talking about they peaceful. You have watched enough YouTube, you have watched enough news to know what happens, okay? When you decide to pick up a gun and take it somewhere, you are now saying that I have a chance of not coming out of this alive. So I'm going to bring a gun with me to protect my life. If it comes down to it, I'm going to have to use this gun. Okay? I know that ICE is a bunch of people running around looking for immigrants, they say? Okay. But I also know that they are very violent. So if I get up and leave out of my house, I don't care if I'm a nurse. That makes it even worse because you've seen what happens in protests. You've seen people come in with gunshot wounds and all types. You know this better than anybody. So when you make the decision to get up and leave your home, to put on clothes, leave your home, pack your gun, and go out and say, I'm going to protest, you have officially accepted that you may not come home. When you get out there and you get in those ICE police faces, you are not liable to come out of it alive. And you know this because you have watched so much. Now, the police said that he approached other police. No, let me say not say other police because he wasn't on police. He approached police with a gun and they tried to disarm him. Technically, that's not a lie. See, being that I've dealt with the judicial system, I know that a lot of it comes down to the words that they use. Okay? The police said he had a gun and they tried to disarm him. Nobody said which way they're going to disarm him. Okay? We're seeing things from our phones, our TVs. We can see everything that's happening at one time. We can rewind it, we can fast forward, we can pause it, we could do all that. But if you ever been in a fight, in the midst of a fight, without all these phones and stuff, when you in it, when you hard in the paint, when you on the line, okay? You can't see what this person doing, what that person doing. You don't know what this person got. All you know is your fight or flight has activated. It's either you gonna fight or you gonna run. That's all you know. You don't know who doing what. You don't know nothing. Same as these ICE police. These ICE police, not saying all of them are good. Some of them are bad. Okay? A lot of them are bad. And some of the protesters, they just as bad. Believe that. They scared just like you. They want to make it home just like you. They get nervous just like you. When he put his clothes on and packed his gun in his head, he said, I'm going out here, I'm going to protest, and if my life comes down to it, I'm going to shoot and kill somebody. They pushed that lady over. He got between them. He felt like his phone was his shield. He got in some ICE patrol face with his phone. You had about 6 people around him, 6 ICE agents and the other people. Everybody is in hysteria. Nobody know what the next person gonna do. Everybody's acting off emotions. Yes, they're rough. All of a sudden they hear somebody say, gun, gun. What you gonna do? You hear somebody say, gun, gun. You just gonna look around. You gonna be like the people on the movie and be, who is that? Where is? No. Let me tell you something about having a gun, and I am a gun owner. When you get a gun, you automatically become paranoid. Tell me if I'm lying. If I'm lying, I'm flying, and I ain't got no wings yet. When you become a gun owner, you automatically become paranoid. You take that gun everywhere. You put it in your car. You put it in your house. Some people sleep, put it under their pillows. You become paranoid. Your whole life changed. You have been walking around all your life when nothing happened to you, except for when your family bullshit you and you got to fight them. You go to the store, you go a lot of places. You've been doing fine all your life, and now you got a gun and you can't put this gun down. You got this gun in your purse. You got this gun in your hip. You got this gun in your hoodie. You taking that gun everywhere. And that's coming from somebody that never owned a gun until I got one. I was very paranoid. Okay? So people that carry guns are very paranoid. And if you ever took a class, okay? If you ever took a weapons class, a gun class, they would tell you that most likely when a person pulls out a gun to shoot somebody, they empty the clip. Bop, 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 bop. It's rare that they're going to go bop and kill them. You so scared that your body, your fight or flight automatically makes your finger bop, 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 pull that trigger. Not saying that I'm 100% sure. But I'm telling you what you learn in gun classes and what they tell you. When I looked at that video, I saw the police push that lady hard. We've seen that plenty of times. Her ass should be home. If they're not coming for you, who the fuck is you? They pushed her hard. Let's be real. White entitlement. I can't even see it. White entitlement. That's what he had. When you see these pictures, do you see a lot of black people in these ICE agents' faces? No, you don't. You see, they are the minority. The majority of people in these ICE agents' faces are white because they have white entitlement. At that moment, he felt white entitlement. He didn't say, I'm around ICE agents and seeing online killing people. They got all these people got guns, masks. I should be afraid. I should go the other way. No. He said, this is the USA. I am white and I am right and I have the right. Let me repeat that. He said, I am white. I have the right. I am white. I am right. I have the right. They pulled him down. It don't look like it was in a coordinated effort. No, it don't. I don't care. They pulled him down. Somebody got a gun. When you got all these hands, all you see is hands. You can't say them 2 hands is for that ICE officer and them 2 hands is for that ICE officer and them hands is for... You don't know who hands. Somebody could have just seen a gun. Okay? As far as the officer that shot him, if you look, he comes around. He's not involved with the people that pulls him, that snatches him, and pulls him down to the ground. He is not involved. He comes around. He looks like he's nervous. It's 2 groups of people, okay? It's 2 groups of people on the ground. You can see him like, he's like, where do I go? He doesn't touch the lady. He doesn't touch the dude. He's just standing there like, confused, like what do I do? I'm confused. I'm nervous. I don't know what to do. He decided to go over there to them, to the guy. Everybody is all over him. Then you see him, and they say right before the shooting start, they took the gun. They got video of the guy taking the gun. All he could have heard was gun, gun. And everything happened so fast. They took the gun. He heard gun. He saw a gun out his peripheral, or he just saw some hands with a gun, pull his gun out, bop, bop, bop. Natural reaction, what you learn in gun class. Dead. Could have happened. Not all those ICE officers are out there just to kill somebody. And you can't just say it's white officers. You can't just say it's black officers. It's a mix of officers. I've been looking through these pictures of the different ICE officers. They're not just, because at one moment I'm like, okay, are these the people from overseas that they send in over here in these from these asylums that they putting on masks and sending out there to be ICE? No, it's black dudes. It's white dudes. It's Mexican dudes. It's all type of dudes. Okay? And when things are going that fast, you ever been in a fight and somebody just walk up and then somebody swing and somebody else swing and now it's all a big fight. That's what could have happened. George Floyd played a part because he was high on that shit. Yes, the police shouldn't have put his knee on his neck like that. But George Floyd played a part. Okay? If he lived a different life, a better life, and was a productive citizen of America, he might be still alive. But he chose a path in his life that kind of got him where he at. So it's 50-50. I ain't gonna all put it on the police, and I ain't gonna all put it on him. And it's the same as this. Just like the lady that got shot. Why the fuck is you out there talking shit to the cops? White entitlement again. And this ain't no racist. I'm just being real with you. That's why my name is Diamond Too Real. White entitlement. Why the fuck would you go somewhere where you know you liable not to come home when you liable to get killed? Like you ain't watched all this. That's why you out there protesting to begin with. Because you want them to stop killing people and stuff. And then you will take your ass out there with the killers? Who gonna look to be around the killers? I don't want to be around the killers. I'm trying to get away from the killers. That's why I'm in the house talking to y'all. I don't want to be around the killers. I ain't want to shit. This is my protest. But they so entitled that they want to get up and they want to go out. They say, I got the right. First Amendment, Fifth Amendment, all these amendments. Do you not understand that? They don't give a damn about them amendments. You know what your amendment is? Amendment your ass in the house. Amendment your ass with a little bag of weed, some wine. Calm your goddamn nerves. Amendment that. Stay far away. So if you choose to go out there, if you actively put on clothes and you choose to go out there, just know that you may not come home and you may get murked in a horrible way and it may make it on national TV. How about the same energy that we put into these people getting killed? How about we put that into the kids that's getting killed in the hood? How about every time a kid get killed in the hood, it go viral and we make a protest? How about that? We just get involved with things that we see on the internet. There's so many homeless people out here, people that need money, and then as soon as you see something on the internet, you donate them. Let them get a GoFundMe, you donate them. But Let your peoples call you. Let your family call you and say, I need a little cash. I need $20. $20? I ain't giving her $20. Oh, but it's a GoFundMe. Oh, bitch, $1,000. There you go. It's so much to go into. It is so crazy. Trust me. It is very crazy. And I had to really just look at that video because usually I don't like to look at things like that. I don't like to look at things like George Floyd and these killings because it's like, oh my God, like, but it's so much. But it's like, where are you putting yourself? That's why I come home. I ride motorcycles sometime, okay? But other than that, I like to come home. Because it's crazy. And I don't want to get caught up with the crazy. Like, it's Mardi Gras season. And I'm not going to Mardi Gras because I remember when they had these 3 people down there in the French Quarters putting book bags with projectiles in it that had some people messed up. So I'm not going to anything that's pre-planned. Where somebody can say, you know what, they having this get together. It's going to be a whole lot of people there. Let me come up with something, okay? Let me put these explosives in a book bag and call my homies. They can get some explosives in the book bag. We can put them on sidewalks and then we're going to detonate them and then it's going to make the news. I'm not doing it. I go to some random stuff. I ride a motorcycle down there and I go hang out on Bourbon, park my motorcycle, walk around for a little while, maybe have me a drink, then come back home. I'm not going to anything pre-planned. Those days are gone. Mardi Gras, no. Not doing it. And I'm really starting to believe that a lot of this stuff that we've seen on the news, 9/11, all this, it was all a play. I listened to somebody, they said when 9/11 first happened, everybody was like, oh, the towers fell, they ran the planes into the towers. And then after everything was over and the dust cleared, they were saying, wait, how do these structures just fall like this? These structures that uses some of the strongest steel, built for stuff, how the hell do they just fall like this? Let me see, I'm getting a text, probably my man. This is my man. All right, it's too cold to go to a store. He's talking, hold on, child. So yeah, did I sit into the stove? I can't remember. So yeah, huh? No, hold on, y'all. Give me one moment. All right, I'm back. Anybody like these candies? I don't know why I like these candies. I love them. But anyways, see my kids try. I'll be in here running my mouth. Bye. But yeah. Oh, let me just eat this candy right quick, child. Ooh, can't eat on camera. So yeah. Old Pretty played a dumb game and he got a dumb prize. And he ain't here today. And I can't say I just feel sorry for him. I'm sorry that he's dead. He shouldn't have died. He shouldn't have got killed like that. If it was my child, I wouldn't let him get killed like I didn't want him to get killed like that. But I say, why is your dumb ass out there? You ever seen that video? It was this black boy, young black boy, at this protest, and his mama was watching the news, and she happened to see her son at the protest. That mama went out there, they got her on camera, she is whooping the hell out of him, and grabbed him by his shirt, and pulled him in the car and took him home. Yes, she did. Ah, damn, I can hardly chew this. Jesus. Give me one moment. Woo, I'm about to choke. This thing say chewy and creamy. They ain't never lied. Them things a little bit too chewy. So yeah, we getting into this. We learning who's the who's playing a major role in this thing. And we're learning about their scandals. Because they all got scandals. Everybody that I just named, every country that I just named, except for a few of them got scandals. We just scandaled out. That's why I gotta talk. Because there's so much content, it's so much scandal. I could just go for days. I could come lie to y'all multiple times a day with new scandals. But you gotta know how things started before you can fully understand what's going on. You gotta know who the key players is. You gotta know how they connected. Okay? Just like I said, I didn't know Jared Kushner was Trump's son-in-law. And I definitely had no idea that he grew up with Netanyahu, even though they got a 31 age difference, and Netanyahu used to sleep in his bed. Don't it always come back to something that sounds like it's child sex abuse? Like when Puffy was on camera with Usher and Kevin Hart, and Puffy said, we used to wake up and argue over cereal. And he said, pause. He called himself. It was like, what you mean wake up? Like, it sound like y'all in the bed together. And you talking about pause? Why that sound like that? Why that sound funny? And then when we hear Netanyahu, the president of a country that could get any place he want to stay, was sleeping in Jared Kushner's childhood bed when they have a 31-year age gap, that's strange. It's all strange. You can see the smirk on Netanyahu's face. He knows he got things. Do you know how I feel to have dirt on the most powerful person? Listen, where I live, we got this lawyer. This lawyer is on every poster. I'm talking about he on buses, he on videos, he on. And I used to do Uber, right? And one night, because I learned where he lived, because he lived in this place that's like right there, like right around everything. You would think being that he's this big lawyer that's everywhere that he'll be ducked off somewhere. No, his home is like right there. And his kids go to a very famous college, okay? So they're well known. I was doing Uber, and see, Uber drivers are like superheroes, some of them. The ones that go out late night, that pick up people late night, they're like superheroes because they actually save people. I have had so many people get in my car and say, oh my God, you saved me. I was stuck here or this, that, and the other. So I already knew where his house was, and I knew he had like sons, and daddy's a lawyer, son goes to a college that dad went to, we got money, everybody's going to be at that house. That's the house. I go there, I get a Uber request, I go there, and I pick up this young lady. And the young lady get in the car, she said, oh my God, you saved me. She said, I don't even have my shoes. She ran out without her shoes, okay? And she's young and naive, don't know what she's doing. They got this area where there's a lot of clubs at. Kids, college, all the college kids meet up there, that's where they club at. She met these kids at the club. She met the son and his friends at the club. Impressionable young lady. Probably said, oh, I see his father all over the place. I know he has money. I'm going to go hang with them because I want to live that life. She said that she went back with him and his friends to their house, which is the lawyer's house. And things got really weird. They didn't get to abuse her or anything like that. But she said she was very nervous and they were acting very strange. And she hurried up and ordered her Uber and she ran out of there without her shoes. A girl love her shoes. Okay? Especially if you go into the club, you most likely wear your favorite pair of shoes to the club because you want to look fresh. She shouldn't have went. First off, want to hang out. But some girls, and I'm one of those females, like I hung around dudes a lot. Because a lot of sometimes females don't accept you. Okay? So she might have been one of those girls, she could have grew up with a bunch of brothers and felt like she, but she was very nervous. And see, I got this knowledge he's one of the highest people where I live. And I've also had that from where I'm from Florida. Being a bus attendant, just sitting on the back of the bus with disabled kids, taking them to and from school. Had 2 little brothers, right? The daddy whole family was lawyers and judges where I'm from. Whole family. Once you hear that last name, you know that, yeah, they part of the family. It was 2 brothers. One was older than the other. One of them was considered Down syndrome. Oh, they were smart as hell. Both those brothers, I'm talking about, they was the only kids that every day they got on the bus reading, right? So the daddy is a lawyer. The mom, you can tell when she get on that bus. You ever met, and this ain't racist, I just gotta be real. You ever met them little skinny, petite white women that you can tell they are like on some type of pill? The nice, zooted out. She was that kind. You can tell she got the boob job. She's just married to the man with the money. And the kids used to get on the bus, right? And if the little one used to start throwing up, and when the little one would throw up, the older one would see him throwing up and he would start throwing up too. So I would tell the bus driver, I'm like, something is not right. Something is weird. Like, why is these kids just throwing up like this? And then one day, the little one it was something in his shoe, and he happened to take his shoe off, and then he took his sock off, and I saw a nicotine patch. They had cut like a square piece of the nicotine patch and put it on the bottom of the little kid's foot. Now, this kid was in elementary. This is a well-known judge. His whole family are judges and lawyers. And this kid is on my bus with a nicotine patch on the bottom of his foot. Why is this kid that's about 9 or 10 years old with a nicotine patch on his foot, and every day that he get on his bus, he starts throwing up, and then his brother starts throwing up? And then when I asked the brother what's going on, the older brother like, what's up, what's this? He starts saying, oh, mom gives him medicine because he gets hyper, he gets his anxiety, he needs to rest. Fuck the, what? And long story short, I had to get a restraining order on an ex-boyfriend because he kind of caught me with somebody else. And then I had to hit him over the head with a bat. And then the kid's father, that was the judge, happened to be a restraining order judge. And he's the judge that was over my case. Okay? It was a long story, child. So, yeah. But, yeah, they were rich and stuff. And I found... Why your child got a nicotine patch on the bottom of his foot? Even though you know all my business and I'm in your courtroom because I had to bang this nigga upside his head because he caught me with somebody when he been with everybody. And then he put a Snicker in my gas tank. And I had to give him a 1-2. Child. Anyways. And these people be doing all type of stuff. These people weird out here, child. We are in a world full of weirdos. Listen, I saw some stuff on AI. I hope it ain't no kids in here. Oh, I saw some stuff that they made an AI bitch. They say that AI is the devil, and looking at that, I really believe AI is the devil. Now, I don't never want to see that again. I am scarred forever. I don't never want to see that again. But yeah, we getting deep down into this thing, and I need you to subscribe to my page. My name is Diamond Too Real. Soon it's gonna be politically Diamond, and this is Trigger TV. Well, when I get triggered on something, I come and talk to y'all about it. And it's a lot of stuff that I'm triggered about. I'm triggered about Erica Kirk. I'm triggered about Trump and all his shenanigans. I'm triggered about a lot. Okay? I'm triggered about how they try to make people that's got sense try to make us seem crazy. Okay? That's what I'm triggered about. So I put an hour and 17 minutes. My goal be for 10 minutes, and if it go good, I just keep going. What shenanigans? Do we have to get into Trump shenanigans? Let's not even start by the Epstein files. Okay? Let's not even start that. And then we talk. I gotta do a live on the former Prince. I can't even think of his name right now. Queen Elizabeth's son. If you ever want to see something really funny and disturbing at the same time and watch somebody lie the whole time they get interviewed, go out. What is his damn name? Somebody tell me his name because I'm having a blame brain. The Queen Elizabeth's son, Andrew. And listen, I laughed from the bottom of my stomach, even though it was about a bad topic. When I tell you, thank you, Skid. When I tell you I laughed from the bottom of my stomach, that whole interview, this guy lies about everything. I'm going to be getting my computer soon so I can stream these interviews and we can just go through them together. That is the most disturbing, funniest thing. This guy is actively lying. You know he lying. He getting caught up in this lie, but he's still lying. Like we dumb. And they kicking him up out of there. No more maids. No more horse rides. No more champagne vineyards. You are officially disgraced, Andrew. Officially kicked out. You laughed at what's his son name? Princess Diana's son. The one that's married to Meghan Markle. You laughed at him. You say he's no longer a part, and look at you. Now you and your girl out of there. And your kids, Beatrice over there. I don't know what's going on, Beatrice. I think Andrew and his old girl, what's her name? I forgot her name. I think they was cousins for real. For real. But yeah, child, I'm about to get on here. I done did my time. Thank you for tuning in. If you came, even if one person came in here and listened to me run my mouth, I appreciate it. So whoever came in here, and definitely if you still, it say 7 people, if you still in here, excuse me, if you still here, I appreciate you coming in. I'm about to get off, but as soon as I find something that trigger me, baby, I'll be back on here talking because I'm diving deep. This is where I'm at in 2026. I need to understand this, and I want you to understand this too. And I got the freedom because I am American. This is America. Okay? Donald Trump is my president, and I got the right to talk about whatever I want to talk about, when I want to talk about, how many times I want to talk about. So if I want to come on here 15 times a day, I'm going to come on here 15 times a day. That's how we giving it up in 2026. So subscribe to my channel. Anytime you see me go live, come in here and talk to me. Let me know how you feel, what you got going on. If you want to roast me, somebody say, why my eyes so far apart? Somebody say it look like my face melting. I need them people to come in here too. Because all publicity is good publicity. All comments are good comments because it's engagement. And it's people on here watching. And I thank y'all. And if nobody told y'all they love you, Diamond Too Real love you. I love you. Unless you be messing around with these kids, then bitch, you deserve to bust hell wide open, okay? I'ma holler at y'all. Peace.